I wonder if any of that came through. Let me guess. I'm going to give you a bit of extra stuff. So, rapport. People communicate best when there is rapport. Creating a connection with others is what rapport is about. People that like each other, and they're in a better position to listen to each other. You can also not like someone and still be in rapport. So, the research on this is pretty loose, but this seems pretty well accepted across the community that this is accurate. At least I still see content that suggests that these stats are accurate as far as how people communicate. If we choose to believe it, 7% of our communication is our words. So just exactly what we say, the words we state. 38% of our communication is the tone we use, so how we say it. And then 55% of our communication, or what generates rapport, is our physiology, how we're standing. And so we can use this to our advantage in the sense that if our physiology is matching or mirroring, we know that we're creating a stronger rapport. If our tone has a relationship, they're similar clip, similar way of speaking, we know we're building rapport. If we're using the same words like, yeah, rock and roll, cool, then there's a good chance we're generating good rapport. If you do this the other way and just focus on words like, yeah, cool, man, because they always say cool, man, you're not going to get a great outcome with generating rapport. It's not just about the words. It's not, oh, you went to school in Canberra, me too. That's not going to create rapport. Matching and mirroring physiology, having similar tone, that is going to create rapport. So some of the things that you can look for, listen for, and do when aiming to create rapport include, yes, listen for the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and auditory digital language. That's fine. Listening for key phrases. So what are the key phrases people use? What are the key words? Like, yeah, rock and roll, all that sort of stuff. Their breath rate, which we've talked about, high, low, fast, slow. Their speech rate, do they talk really fast? Do they talk really slow? Breath rate is something you can match with physiology. Speech rate is something you can match or mirror. Common experiences, yeah, if you've had shared experiences, but that's more a words thing. Associations, so do you share similar connections? Yeah, that can help. Still a bit of a word thing. Voice volume, so you can match the volume, pitch, tonality, inflection, all that sort of good stuff. Feelings, how you're feeling about something. Yes, you can share that. Remembering though, it's still urging on the same of words. You can look at global locality, as in where have you shared experiences. But really the big thing, it's all about this matching and mirroring of the physiology. Now, cautionary tale, you don't want to mimic people. That's not what this is about. Mimicking is the extreme version of all of this. What you want to do is you want to match how they do something or mirror it. So if my left hand is up and your right hand is up, we're mirroring each other like in a literal mirror. You know, we do that, we're mirroring each other. Matching is if I have my right hand up and you have your right hand up, we'd be matching. And so the idea is you want to match and mirror people's physiology. That's the start point. So if they're leaning forward, you lean forward, lean back, tilting left and right, you tilt like they are. Their fingers are patting, you might pat your toes. They're breathing high or low, you match and mirror that. You're breathing fast or slow, you match and mirror that. The whole idea is to have your physiology match their physiology. If you do that, that's the foundation. You can then get into the realm of tone and tone control, speed at which you talk, volume at which you talk. All of that's going to help. Then worry about the words. If you can start there, play with some of these things on the screen, play with some of the things I've suggested, test them out and observe how people respond. They cross their legs, you cross your legs, matching and mirroring their physiology. That's where you start. If you want to see how well it's working, then you can use the following. So whether you're doing words, tonality or physiology, what you then do is you pace, lead. So this is exactly how you'll notice if you've created rapport. So someone is sitting upright and you sit upright. They then lean back and you lean back. You cross your legs and they cross their legs. If they don't, it means there's no rapport there yet. So you go back to pacing. They start to tap their pen, so you start to tap your foot. They're speaking fast, so you start speaking faster. You then lean forward and they lean forward. That means you're starting to create rapport. So you pace whatever they're doing once or twice. You then make a change in your physiology. And if they respond to that change, you know you're starting to build rapport. Using your sensory acuity, you might notice a color shift, a feeling, or a question of familiarity. Their cheeks flush red. You start to feel really good and connected, and they might say something like, "It feels like I've known you for ages." And these are the types of things you can observe. And that takes us to the last element of the success framework, communication skills. So from here, you should have roughly a couple hours, close to maybe an hour and 40 minutes worth of content that helps you build and strengthen your communication skills. And it's my hope that you use these skills to further improve your ability to succeed in business. Really, all you need to do is take each thing, practice it with your staff, practice it with your customers, get data, get evidence, find out what works for you and keep using it. And this will help you communicate why you're here, what you're here to do, and how you're going about getting there to more people. I hope you enjoyed this part of the success framework. I'll do some closing remarks in the next video, and obviously you can go back to any section of this, to any of the activities. You have the workbook, and there's a whole bunch of resources across the different websites, and of course, reach out and connect whenever you want to. Thank you for getting this far. Amazing job. Talk to you soon.